All right, then we are live. Couple of things. Praatibh isn't here today, so you'll have to bear with me. So stick with me. We are not going to have the normal segments. We are not going to do a stat work. We're not going to do a technical bit. But we are going to talk about a couple of things that we will need to talk about, and that's pitch and Gautam Gambhir. Now, like the stream, I'll push the stream out to a lot more people, even though there's nothing to like about the stream or the today or the test match. We did lose against South Africa. We couldn't score 100 runs even. We got all out for just 93. And there is a lot to talk about. First of all, what's up, chat? I know you guys are already going at it. We have a Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord, go to our description. I don't think it's in our description, is it? I hope it is in our description. If it's not, we have a Discord is all I could say. I hope it's in our description. But yeah, join our Discord because we have a lot of conversation. Srikanth even streams matches, streams games, and we talk to each other. So that's a lot more livelier. So if you guys continue want to rant and talk about the game and talk about Gautam Gambhir, the coach, always come to our Discord. It's a lot of fun. So first of all, sub chat. It's Kaushik. What's up? Hi Srikanth. Hi Toffee. Washington Sundar is not a number 3. Please put that to bed. All right. Like we said. Oh, it is in the description. Thank you, Heer Patel. Lovely stuff. Hey, what's up, Akshay? All right. So there's a couple of things to talk about, but we do have segments. We will talk about the positives, negatives of the day, and then we'll get into a couple of debates that we are already having. Shrikant says it's in the description. Lovely stuff. So we have done our work. All right. Let's go to the positives because we have to start with the positives of the day. There are a couple of positives. Siraj did well. I feel like all the bowlers did what they could with the captaincy on display today. The captaincy is something we will talk about. But Siraj, when he was brought in, finally he got those 2 wickets. Bumrah chipped in with a couple of wickets. Jadeja didn't make a lot of. He couldn't get a lot of breakthrough. And it is something we have already talked about. It's extensively something we will talk about in the next test match when Praatibh comes back because it's a topic that he really enjoys to talk about. But yeah, I think the bowlers did what they could with the field setting that was in display. I didn't think they were as consistent as they could have been. I'm not even going to touch upon the bowlers, right? They did what they could. And honestly, and even though a lot of people talk about how Washington Sundar shouldn't be the number 3, it's something we agree with too. He was the best batter of the match. Both the innings for the Indian team, he was just the best batter. Even today, he applied himself very, very well. The way he got out is exactly the same way how he got out in the first innings. It's a reel that we have made on. I just don't think. There are just moments where he takes the pitch for granted. But again, that is something we'll actually get into. So let's go to negatives of the day because, yeah, there's just quite a few negatives, isn't there? Again, we did not show Sundar as. Oh, yeah, we didn't use Sundar as a bowler. All right, so let's start over the bowling. I didn't think Rishabh Pant's captaincy was on it today. It felt like two different captains yesterday and today. I don't know if there was a lot of messages sent to him told or he was told to do different things. But just yesterday and today, he seemed like two different captains, and I wasn't sure why. Sundar wasn't bowled, of course, at all. Siraj was brought in very, very late, which I can almost understand because of how much the pitch was assisting the spinners. Yet you would want to bring Siraj much earlier. And that's when, again, the bowlers did what they could. Getting South Africa all out for 153. It was a lot more runs than you would hope, but Temba Bavuma really batted well. And then that's when we come to the Indian batters. I feel like Yashasvi Jaiswal was hard done by. It wasn't a good delivery by any means, but it is a weakness of his, so you got to respect that. There are two things. There are three ways a batter can get out. A pitch of a delivery, a batter makes a mistake, the bowler exploits the batter's weakness. And that's exactly what happened. It wasn't the best of deliveries, but it was still a good delivery to get the batter out because the batter's weakness was exploited. Now, he didn't throw his wicket away. It's just a weakness that it's exploited, and it's something that he's working on. It's something that you can evidently see that he has been working on. For whatever reason, he still gets out this way. For now, it's still a young, very young test career of his. And then we see KL Rahul get out in a way that is very, very unexpected. I feel like both the innings I'm let down by the way KL Rahul got out. It's not something he would do. He chased it was not even wide delivery in the second innings. It was short. It was a bad ball and a bad shot to get out. Now, the bad shot can be said about every other batter coming after him. Dhruv Jurel, it was his time to shine in this test match. He was batting really well until he got out. He wanted to put a quote unquote bad ball away, and he couldn't. It's a terrible way to get out. I don't know if he's going to be there in the next test match, because he did everything right to be in this playing 11, and he should have done everything right to get India over the line, but he didn't, and that's what can you say to that? And then you have other batters coming in and getting out the way they would against spinners on this track, acting as if they have never played on spinning tracks before. It's something we talked about in Discord. It's the fact, is this some. Oh, yeah, that's very interesting. So many members appreciate that on our chat. But it's something we were talking about in Discord, how the Indian batters since COVID, since 2020, they've really struggled to play against ranked turners. Now, these are for two reasons. One, you can always say that the quality of Indian batters against spin has come down, but more importantly, the quality of the opposition spinners have risen up. At one point before the 2020, when Virat Kohli was the captain, and I'm not saying this is because Virat Kohli was the captain, it's also because Aswin and Jadeja were in their prime. There was a real difference between the quality of spinners, Indian spinners versus the opposition spinners, the pace at which they bowl, the amount of turn the spinners got, the amount of wickets they got. All of these, there was a big difference. But post 2020, this difference has come down. We have made an entire video on this, and it shows, because the opposition spinners have clearly gotten better as compared to before, and the Indian batters clearly have gotten worse against spinners. Now, both of this can be related to each other. They can be proportionate. But yeah, we see this happen, and we don't see the Indian batters score as many runs, chase targets, and lose matches the way we do. I feel like there's a lot more that I wanted to get into, and I've completely forgotten about it. But let's move on to the next, and then let's talk about the pitch debate, because this debate has been going on this entire test match. Is this a terrible pitch? Absolutely. Is this pitch good for test cricket? It's not. It's really not. We saw a lot of tweets about how it's pitches like these that bring out the character of a batter. Probably, but these kind of pitches are not the kind of pitches you want to play test cricket in. Is this the pitch? Is the pitch the reason we lost the match? Definitely not. The pitch is not the reason that we lost the match. We just weren't applying ourselves well, and it doesn't do us any favors that our captain, Shubman Gill, who in the last couple of months has been our best batter, just couldn't bat in the second innings, couldn't contribute any runs, in fact, in the first innings. So it doesn't do us any favors that we were a batter short. But the fact that pitch is being discussed a lot, because why would you want to promote test cricket with these kind of pitches, is one argument. But we didn't lose this test match because of this pitch. Let's just make that clear. I don't care what Gautam Gambhir wanted the pitch to be. I don't care what Shubman Gill wanted the pitch to be. I don't care what the Indian team management as a whole wanted the pitch to be. I don't care what the curator wanted the pitch to be. Clearly, everyone's blaming each other. Ganguly says the Indian team management did this. I'm gonna just assume the Indian team management is gonna say the curator wanted this. But let's just make one thing clear. We did not lose this game because of the pitch. We have been brought up on these kind of pitches, and if we can't score runs and chase targets or get wickets on these kind of pitches, then it's just ourselves to blame, and the fact that South Africa just played better and they were clearly the better team after the first innings. All right, then let's go to the GG debate, the Gautam Gambhir debate. Now, on Discord, I've put an entire list of how Gautam Gambhir has done in Test and ODS since he's become the coach. There's a lot to go. There's what? I don't even know how many points there are, but there are a lot of points, right? That we lost against. We lost a lot. If you want to see the list, it's on Discord. I can't copy and paste it on this chat because there's a character limit, unfortunately. But we have just lost a lot. Now, I have myself made a reel, and we've put it on we've posted it as a reel and a shot of defending Gautam Gambhir and how he gets a lot more hate than he should. Now, should I think he should be sacked from the red ball coaching stint? Absolutely. The way he selects, okay, again, I will say the way he selects the team, because there is a similarity between how the teams were selected with Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma, and now Gautam Gambhir and Shubman Gill. There is a big influence of Gautam Gambhir, because even though the captains have changed, the playing 11s and the way they are selected look very, very similar. So I'm only going to presume because of this, because there is this one constant and the playing 11 seem the same, that Gautam Gambhir, of course, has a lot of influence. We got to be careful with what we say. So I'm just going to put that out there. So yes, it looks like he has a lot of influence, and we definitely feel, Pratap, and I know that for a fact, that he should be sacked from the red ball stint. He's just not good enough. The way he selects teams, the way, and I'm not saying Gautam Gambhir is the reason we lost this match too. Even on Discord, I was defending him. We were talking about how Gautam Gambhir, like, why is it his fault that India lost this match in particular? But if you look at it overall, he's just not a good enough red ball coach, and he's shown a lot of signs of it, a lot of red flags of why he's not a good red ball coach. He will continue to be the coach for a while, but should he? Absolutely not. We really think he should be sacked. But again, he's not the reason India lost today. He is not the reason India didn't score these many runs. It's application of the Indian batters. It's us throwing our wickets away when we clearly didn't need to. It's all of that. It's not Gautam Gambhir's fault that we lost the match today, but it's Gautam Gambhir who should be sacked as the Indian team coach. All right. That's that. Now we go to cricket. Oh, so right. We have collaborated with Adapt Wellness, which is a mental health organization. If you guys find therapy expensive, but if you want to go to therapy and talk to them and feel better about your life, or just talk to some stranger and talk about your life because it's always nice, you get 15% off on your first therapy session. And then you can, so the things you have to do is go to Adapt Wellness website, which is in our description, and then go to the and find a therapist for yourself. Then go to the Adapt Wellness Instagram account, DM them your therapist, and DM them JB first. It's all in our description, and you'll get your first therapy session with a 15% off. There you go. That's that. All right, let's go to From the Stands. I cannot be more excited for this because I know a lot of you guys have a lot to say. All right, if you were in Vice Captain, I said he was. All right. Oh, BC. Collab with me too when I become a psychologist. Akshay, 100%. GG should resign himself. Sacking won't happen with BCCI playing the cards all the time. Fair. Definitely gonna need some therapy after this match. Well, you get 15% off in your first therapy session. So go down to our description, go to Adapt Wellness. You guys should know. I'm not putting this out there to make it seem like we're any whatever. But like we don't get any monetary incentives. We're just doing this for a cause. So even if it helps one person, it'll we've done our job. So just that. 15% off on your first session. All right. What about GG? Shouldn't he be sacked for poor performances at home? Yeah, I think he should be sacked. 100%. Did India lose? So all right. So the reason I put up the pitch debate and GG debate is, did we lose this match because of Gautam Gambhir, the coach? No. But have we been losing matches at home because of, not at home, just have we been losing test matches because of the way Gautam Gambhir, I don't know, selects his playing 11 or influences over the team? Possibly, yes. Should he be sacked? 100%. Did we lose this test match because of the pitch? Absolutely not. But will India win matches on pitches like this? Definitely not. Right. Simon Harmer, what a bowler. Just normal off spin and arm ball and variation in speed, and you can defeat India. Umang, you're absolutely right. This is something we wanted to get into yesterday. I know Praatibh wanted to get into it today. But the reason Simon Harmer was getting so much spin is because of his high arm action as compared to Jadeja and Akshar Patel, who are round arm, and mostly Akshar Patel. Simon Harmer he has a very high arm action. The way he spins the ball, the way the seam positions itself because of his release, all of that is the reason why he was getting so much turn. And yes, Umang, you're absolutely right. Wearing his pace. It's something Jadeja has been struggling with in the last couple of years. God knows why. He's just so stubborn to vary his pace. And even Akshar Patel, he doesn't struggle with varying his pace, but it's his release that's the problem on pitches like this, which is why Simon Harmer was a lot more successful. Even though Jadeja got 4 wickets yesterday, he didn't get any wickets today. Just goes to show why varying your pace, having a high arm release, all of that just works. Your view on bringing VVS Lakshman as test coach? Honestly, I don't know. So now the India A coach is Sunil Joshi. So I don't think VVS Lakshman is the India A coach anymore. I honestly don't know. I mean, VVS Lakshman did well with the India A sides. We won a lot of matches. I don't know how he's the coach. I haven't paid a lot of attention in terms of how he goes about selecting players. I would just hope he's good. I honestly cannot tell you anything. Pitch excuses are not effective anymore. South Africa played in the same pitch. Our boys don't know how to play spin. I agree. I don't think pitch is an excuse. Man, if you saw this, South Africa spinners were neutralizing our sweep by pulling the line and lengths back, and our batters missed the shots and increasing the LBW possibility. Srikanth, yes. SA had the advantage of toss and heavy roller. They did not get the same pitch as us. So that's not true. I mean, we. Okay, so, all right. Couple of things. The heavy roller thing is a bit of a unnecessary argument because India just had to bat overnight for the heavy roller to come back the next morning. Today morning, for example. Oh, so not today morning. South Africa were batting. We just had to bat overnight to get a heavy roller advantage. They were batting in the exact same pitch as us. The whole argument about heavy roller and light roller, I really don't get this because the roller's effect is only 30 minutes on the day. After that, the pitch neutralizes itself. So, yeah, the pitch, this debate also happened during the England India Test series. The pitch and sorry, the roller advantage is so minimal that when you lose a test match, sure, it can have some effect, but if you're batting more than 30 minutes, you're neutralizing the pitch, the advantage of the roller is gone. Doesn't really matter, especially on Indian pitches. Will Sarfaraz Khan come back? The man can play spin. He hasn't really performed this Ranji season, but I don't think this season should be anything. I mean, he's done everything he can to play for India. I don't know if he'll be back, to be honest. First half saw almost no wickets across all 3 days. Check post. No. So you're right. I'm not going to say there is no advantage. There is an advantage, but they played on the same kind of pitch. The Indian batters they just had to last long enough to bat overnight. We just didn't do that. South Africa were able to do that. That's just that. You can't use the roller as an excuse to say South Africa batters batted on better pitches. They clearly didn't because they were batting on the same kind of pitch. The team batting overnight just gets the advantage. That's what you'd get if you bat overnight. The Indian batters didn't do that, so be it. Sundar needs to learn strike rotation. Can we expect Sai Sudarshan in the next test match? Honestly, I don't know what the team selection would be in the next test match. Does Dhruv Jural continue to play? Does Sundar continue to bat at number 3? You cannot have a number 3 who has no scoring options. It's just so poor. Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. I don't think Sundar should be our number 3, but he was the best batter in this match. Why does Jaiswal always leave us when we need the openers to bat? That's not true. Jaiswal has scored when KL Rahul hasn't scored. Big boy Jaiswal always gets out when we need him. Maybe he should not be taking the strike in the 4th innings. He always gets out. First to Jofra, now to Jansen. Okay, that's a bit of... Okay, you... As a test opener, it's one of the most difficult jobs, right? Jaiswal, it's unfortunate he didn't score. And right, whenever India needs almost a good start from him while chasing, he has found it hard to score recently. But then it's such a young test career and he scored so many runs. You'd rather have him score in the first innings and not in the second than not score at all. And bro, like why GG being hypocrite on his own word selection? From Ranji selection, Jaiswal should be in T20, like why? India played mediocre cricket, unfortunately. Agreed. Look, the reasons why I would want GG sacked as well as for this. Shastri and Dravid did not lose 4 in year at home in tests. GG has done that in a year. He has lost the understanding synergy of the squad. Needed as a coach. Jurel is shit, bro. Oh. Yo. Jurel is not shit. If this is the first time you're watching him and that's why you think he's a bad batter, then it's unfortunate. He is a class batter. The man can bat. It's, of course, different playing in the international stage and playing sides against South Africa. And I'm going to say it, he threw his wicket away in the 2 innings. He disappointed a lot of us. He didn't meet up to his own expectations. I'm sure he expected a lot more from him. But the man can clearly bat. Why was Aksar taking a single in the first and then let Kuldeep facing 5 balls? I feel farming the strike was crucial when he started hitting those shots. True. I mean, yeah, could be said. Kuldeep in the middle could have said, hey, I can handle it. I can handle it. Why was Aksar? All right. What do we even do next? So that's the question, right? What do we do next? Now, in our video that we made about how, in the video that we made about how it's Indian batters to struggle against spin, the Indian batters, we won test matches against Australia in Australia, even though we lost the Border Gavaskar Trophy. We won matches against England in England, even though they were flat tracks. Should say something. Average them out. Average a fast bowling pitch and flat tracks a good wicket that doesn't turn from day one are pitches where India can win. If we play on traditional pitches where the ball starts turning from day two last session, then day three, day four, day five, we will win test matches. We cannot possibly rely on rank turners anymore and expect to win. On average, we will continue to lose on rank turners, and we just won't be better than the opposition because statistically, the oppositions have caught up against India, and we are not better by any means. We might just be a little better, but we are not so much better that we can confidently win matches against ranked turners. So stop reducing ranked turners. We might possibly start winning more matches. It's like individually all our players are good, but as a team, majority of them depend on someone or the other and hope someone will save them. Unfortunately, no one does. Aksar or Sundar has to be dropped. Probably Aksar. You know what? Yeah, Aksar has been disappointing in home test series. The last time he played a home test series, where after which he was dropped, was against was against England last year. But again, he didn't pick up a lot of wickets. He was put away for a lot of runs. What feels more disappointing, 140 versus New Zealand or South Africa 120 chase? I feel both were disappointing. That pitch against New Zealand was winnable, but this one, I feel both to be fair. Bro, definitely Pant Aksar wickets are clearly gifted to our. Yeah, even Dhruv Jurel. Yeah, man. It's all disappointing to be fair. And like Aksar's bowling hasn't fallen off. The way he bowls in Test cricket has surely fallen off. His white ball numbers are still fantastic, but I feel like that's also the reason why his red ball form has fallen off. He hasn't played a lot of red ball cricket, and with that, he's played a lot more white ball cricket. So as a bowler, you just tune yourself to contain runs, to get wickets, but also contain runs, and that doesn't work well in the Test format, unfortunately. That's where 2016 helped us. Not all were ranked turners, but it was Ash and Jadeja. Yeah, exactly. Ash and Jadeja were. Ashwin and Jadeja in their prime were just better than any other spinner coming home. And we just don't have that yet. Are we watching same match? Jurel is the most confident. Fair. Why present Indian batters are not able to counter spin bowling or spin bowling friendly pitches like the old players Rahul Dravid, Virendra Sehwag, Sachin Tendulkar were used to? All right, for starters, when Rahul Dravid, Virendra Sehwag, Sachin Tendulkar used to, they didn't play on a lot of ranked turners. Let's just be honest with that. They didn't play on a lot of. There were pitches that were ranked turners, but they didn't play on a lot of ranked turners. Now, the Indian batters, like when Virat, Pujara, Rahane were in their prime, we did play on a couple of ranked turners where they were able to score, but that's also because they were fantastic players. We just don't have that now because even in the Ranji format, in fact, I mean, even though spinners take a lot of wickets, they aren't a lot of ranked turners. So I'm not saying Pujara, Virat, and Rahane are better in terms of playing spinners compared to these lot. I'm just saying, yeah, might just be saying. What changes would you make for the next test? To be fair, what changes I would make will depend on the pitch. We'll have to see how Guwahati pitch works. We'll have to see if there is grass. We'll have to see if it's a ranked turner. I would like to bring in another. I mean, I don't know if that. Oh, I don't honestly know. I would. I mean, I understand why we went with this team combination because clearly we need extra batters, and that's what you get with Akshar Patel as the left arm spinner. But if there is more to the pitch, it wouldn't be the worst idea to. I don't know honestly. Because you would always underbowl a bowler when you're playing four spinners. So do you drop a spinner and get a batter? I would have to sit back and think about this. Like I don't want to just give a haste answer because we don't do that here. I would have to sit back, think about team combination, think about the kind of pitch we might get in Guwahati and all that. Early 2000s. Oh yeah, the 2000s statistically. Oh yeah, they were the flattest of decks. I think the period between 2000 and 2004 or 2005 were the most amount of test runs ever scored in the history of test cricket. Not in India, just overall. Where go from here? Is Rabada playing next test match? Probably. What's the point of long batting lineup if we play like this? I agree. I mean, why not have Aksar in 5-6 above Jadeja? Because who will you drop? Aksar has done well in those pitches with the bat. True, but I don't think you want Aksar the batter on these kind of pitches. You want Aksar the bowler. SA a different team. WTC final 10 wins from 11 and now winning in India after 15 years. Yeah, pitch excuse is not effective, but lol, pitch is most important. I mean, again, pitch is not the excuse. I don't think India lost this match because of the pitch. But did India lose this match because they can't apply themselves on this pitch? Yes. Sarfaraz Khan should be given chances. Well, a lot of people should probably be given chances. Unfortunately, they won't be given chances. I'm just very disappointed with the way the Indian batters apply themselves. And yeah, I'm a very disappointed man. Does Yash Rathod deserve a chance, at least in India A? I think so. Hi, Safe Rider. What's up? I think so, yeah. He's done so much. He scored so many runs batting at number 5 and 6. This is the mentality we need to get rid of. Just because Aksar can chip in with some runs, it doesn't mean he should play. I agree. Exactly. On these pitches, you need Aksar the bowler, not the batter. Being one batter short didn't help either, made a difference about it. I agree. I don't think that helped either. But here we are. We have lost the first test match. The last time India lost test match against South Africa in India was in 2010, 15 years ago, wherein we once again tied the series 1-all. The last time India was in South Africa, we tied the series 1-all. I think these two test matches series are a bit abysmal. Yeah, you might bully the opposition, but if your own guys can't survive the spin circus, what's the point? Home advantage का भी limit होता है. Well played, South Africa. True. How did South Africa adapt but not us? Because we are stubborn is what we are. Gill GG will drop Kuldeep for Nitish as if Kuldeep was playing like Harsh. The batting display was so depressing. That is true. Right. Lads, I think this is it. I have to call. While we are upset about our loss, South Africa were overjoyed. Babu and his team definitely deserves it. Oh yeah, 100%. South Africa, I mean, they won because they clearly played better than us. And yeah, there's nothing more to say on that. But I feel like this is where we call the end of our life. If you guys want to continue chatting to us, with us, and with each other, join our Discord. It's in our description. I don't know how many members we have. Let's check how many members we have on our Discord. We have. I just realized I might not know how to check how many. Oh, we have 82 members on our Discord, which is great. And if 82 of you guys want to rant about the Indian team and we'll chip in once in a while, do that on our Discord, which is in our description. Join us. It's great. It's run by Srikanth, who's also a member on our channel. He's a subscriber and now part of our team. He's officially part of Cricket by JB because the entire Discord is run by him. So if you guys are envious of how good our Discord server looks, he is the man. He's done it all. He's running the ship. And yeah, he's officially part of our team. So before we go, just give W. Hi, Soham, what's up? So just give W Srikanth because the reason Discord works and we have a Discord and it looks great and it's running and everything is because of him. So W in chat for Srikanth. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us on a very depressing day of Test cricket where India get another Test match. But here we are. All right, then we'll see you guys in the next Test match, post match, all of that. Yeah, I've just lost it. I'm so sad because of how I have lost. You look like Nitish Reddy. Lovely. I'll take that yo-yo buddy. Yeah, I feel like Nitish Kumar Reddy doesn't look all that bad. I'll take that as a compliment. All right, then. Thanks, lads. Thank you guys for joining. Always appreciate the support. We always are grateful for all the support that you give us. All the subscribers, all the viewers, everyone who chooses to like our videos, everyone who chooses to become our members. We would hope to put out more membership videos that is a lot more like worth the money that you give us, which is also why we have guests lined up. We are just trying to figure out dates and everything. So hopefully it all works out soon. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you guys so much for supporting us like always. See you guys next time.